In the age of Kali Yuga, where Dharma, the eternal law of righteousness, teetered on the brink of collapse, humanity had lost its way. The echoes of greed, ambition, and blind ritualism drowned out the once resonant hymns of harmony. The earth groaned under the weight of kings intoxicated with power and societies fractured by caste and creed. It was a world calling out for salvation, but this time, the preserver Vishnu chose a path unlike any other. When Vishnu descended as Buddha, it was not to wield divine weapons or command armies. He came to wage a battle far subtler and far deeper, a battle against ignorance itself. In the verdant kingdom of Kapilavastu, nestled at the foothills of the Himalayas, Queen Maya dreamed of a magnificent white elephant entering her womb. The sages interpreted this as a divine sign. The child she bore would either become a great king who would rule the earth or a great teacher who would guide it to liberation. On a full moon night, amidst the blossoms of the Lumbini grove, Siddhartha Gautama was born. The heavens rejoiced, and the earth trembled gently, as if bowing in reverence. The newborn took 7 steps, and a lotus bloomed beneath each foot, a sign of the extraordinary destiny that awaited him. But his father, King Shuddhodana, feared the prophecy of spiritual renunciation. Determined to keep Siddhartha tethered to the throne, he built a world of indulgence around him. The young prince grew up in palatial splendor, surrounded by music, dance, and luxury, oblivious to the harsher truths of life. Fate, however, cannot be denied. One day, venturing beyond the palace walls, Siddhartha encountered what would be known as the 4 sights: an old man, a sick man, a corpse, and an ascetic. These sights pierced the veil of illusion that had cocooned him. For the first time, Siddhartha understood the impermanence of life and the suffering inherent in existence. That night, unable to find peace amidst wealth and comfort, he made a momentous decision. Leaving behind his wife Yashodhara, his infant son Rahula, and the kingdom he was destined to rule, Siddhartha renounced everything. Draped in a simple robe, he became a wandering seeker, determined to find the root of human suffering and its ultimate cessation. For 6 years, Siddhartha immersed himself in the harshest ascetic practices, believing that mortifying the body would liberate the soul. He starved himself, meditated in scorching heat, and subjected his body to unimaginable pain. Yet the truth eluded him. Realizing the futility of extremes, Siddhartha adopted what he later called the middle path, a life balance between indulgence and self-denial. Under the shade of a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, he seated himself, vowing not to rise until he attained enlightenment. The night was tempestuous. Mara, the demon of desire, unleashed his full arsenal: storms, seductive illusions, and armies of terrifying creatures. But Siddhartha's resolve was unshakable. He touched the earth, calling it to bear witness to his lifetimes of virtue. The earth trembled in acknowledgement, and Mara was defeated. As the first light of dawn kissed the horizon, Siddhartha's mind transcended the bonds of ignorance. He had become the Buddha, the awakened one. Unlike Vishnu's earlier incarnations, where the avatar wielded divine weapons to destroy adharma, the Buddha's mission was one of quiet revolution. He sought to dismantle ignorance, the root of all suffering, through wisdom and compassion. His teachings spread like wildfire, captivating hearts and minds across kingdoms and castes. The Buddha preached the 4 noble truths, a revelation of life's suffering and the path to its cessation, and the Eightfold Path, a guide to righteous living. He deconstructed the rigid hierarchies of the Vedic system, proclaiming that enlightenment was accessible to all, be they kings or beggars, Brahmins or outcasts. Yet his journey was not without resistance. The orthodox Brahmins saw his teachings as a threat to their authority. Kings attempted to exploit his message for political advantage. Some of his closest disciples struggled to fully grasp his teachings. Through it all, the Buddha remained serene, embodying the very ideals he taught. The Buddha's impact rippled far beyond the borders of Bharata. His teachings bridged the human and the divine, guiding humanity to find salvation not through ritual or divine intervention, but through self-awareness and ethical living. This marked a radical departure from the avatars who came before him. When the Buddha attained Mahaparinirvana, final liberation, at the age of 80, the earthly realm mourned. But in the celestial plane, the gods rejoiced. Vishnu had fulfilled his role as the silent redeemer, planting seeds of wisdom that would bloom for millennia. The ninth incarnation of Vishnu stands apart in the grand tapestry of his descents. As Rama, he upheld Dharma through unwavering adherence to duty. As Krishna, he shattered illusions with strategic brilliance and divine play. But as the Buddha, he demonstrated the power of compassion and introspection in restoring cosmic balance. This avatar was not a destroyer of demons or a protector of kingdoms, but a teacher who turned humanity inward, teaching it to slay the demons within. His life was his weapon, his teachings the shield against ignorance.